Welcome, everyone, to the latest edition of Senior Showcase, where we recognize an outstanding student from the class of 2020. And I'm honored today to have Lily Alcazar with us. So how you doing, Lily?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Awesome. I know we were talking a little bit beforehand, and it's a little bittersweet day today. So do you mind sharing that right now? I'm kind of throwing you off what we normally do, but would you kind of share kind of why it's a little bittersweet for you and your class today?
Right. So today's like May 13th is when we're doing this, and it's the last official day of school for seniors. And we're supposed to graduate this Saturday and stuff like that. But it's just like, obviously with things happening, we can't have what we always imagined, what we went to school for 12 years for, to like look forward to. So I think most of us have come to terms with, not a lot of the stuff that we anticipated to happen, that they're not happening anymore, and that, we just got to keep on going. I think it's just kind of bittersweet because today would have been like our last day in PR, and we would have been wearing like our college t-shirts and kind of just saying bye to some of the staff and faculty before graduation. So I think I really did appreciate the faculty farewell, that video that did go out, and then some of my teachers on Classroom, they like kind of filmed videos saying goodbye, stuff like that, and best wishes. So it's a little bittersweet, but it had to come to an end.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I will tell you, the one thing that's been awesome about you and your classmates is the resilience that your class has had. And I know you and Rihanna are kind of execs on the student council and such. So with that being said, why don't you just kind of share what you've been involved in kind of the last 4 years at Prairie Ridge?
Okay, so yeah, I was on executive board last year for student council. Before that, I was in the general council. I was in SNHS, Link Crew. I was a cheerleader for 3 years, and then for my last year, I was a football manager. I was in Spanish club. I started that actually with Anthony Kerchek and Senora Lee. So yeah, that was nice. I started a club. Let's see. We did senior project. I was a part of senior mural. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish the mural. We only had like a wall painted of like navy blue. So hopefully over the summer we can like finish that up because it's just a plain black wall. Let me think. I did Link Crew. I don't know if I said that.
Oh, it's
There's a
okay.
lot of things I did do, but yeah, I think that's about it. A bunch of senior projects and stuff like that.
Well, talk to us about you said senior project or projects. What have you been involved in, and what have you been doing?
So we created the senior t-shirt, which was more, I think, in like October we did that. So we just came up with a design, and then we kind of sent it to Miss Buck and Miss Bloomline to create the actual t-shirts so that we could distribute them for anyone who ordered them. The senior musical was going to be Frozen, so I was a part of like the casting crew, I guess, so that we could, anyone who wanted to audition for like Elsa or Anna or like Olaf, they came in front of us and we kind of took notes down, and we all collaborated on who we think should play which role. Senior mural was another one. Claire Hogan and I kind of created the idea, and we just picked a wall in the hallways after getting it approved. We didn't get to finish that, but hopefully over the summer we do. We had the best of the best, so that'll be coming out soon. We'll have a live stream for that. We had like prizes and everything. We created the categories. We just
Oh,
kind of sent it out in a Google form.
what has kind of driven you? Because I know you've taken a lot of initiative, you've taken a lot of leadership roles. Tell me about that. What kind of drives you to do that?
I'm just also kind of a type A kind of person. Like, sometimes though I do procrastinate, but at the same time I'm like a perfectionist. And I've always been like kind of a team player, and I like working with other people as much as I do like to work, by myself. I think sharing ideas with other people is more efficient, and it kind of gets more of like what everybody wants down, so that it's not just your own idea. You can like share with others and like collaborate with that. I think for when I started Spanish Club with Anthony, it was just kind of like more of a low-key SNHS, Spanish National Honor Society. And it was kind of more like culturally based rather than like, I know sometimes SNHS is more just like, I want the chord and I in Spanish, so why not? But this was more of like it wasn't once a month kind of meeting, but it was more low key, and there wasn't any prerequisites or requirements that you had to be in to join. And so that was really nice. I think that's what we wanted to start it for, is so that like a freshman could join it if they wanted to, just to create more of some like inclusivity. I think what drives me to like be the initiative person that I am is just my parents are pretty big factors of that. They've always like pushed me to, my limits, and like just told me to be like the best person I could be. And I've always enjoyed being involved. I like being in the know, and I do like being the person that people can go to and be like, when is this again? What time is that? And yeah, so I think that's why I also enjoy being on executive board for student council too.
No, awesome. Now, if you look back on this year, what are some of your best memories as a senior?
Okay. Wow. So this year I did do a couple new things. So I didn't try out for cheer anymore, and I talked to Coach Shrimp, and I became a football manager. So those were some great memories. I've definitely been interviewed by you before, so that's nice to have. One of my best memories though is after every game, football game, we would go to, after the boys, change and everything, and the managers put away the stuff in the training room, we'd go to N106, the study hall room, and just kind of like listen to some music, just kind of be ourselves, be silly, and like celebrate our wins. And then it was always nice for Shrimp to kind of come in once we had our moment and kind of settle us down and just humble us and just get like part with us with some like motivational words and just tell us how proud he was. I think that was a really great memory. And I also was the MC for one of our winter assemblies with Tristan Viegas. And I think that was really nice. Like, I know my prior years in high school, I was like, I could never do that. But I think it was nice for me to kind of like break out of like the behind the scenes kind of person that I've been with, like creating things like, how do I say this? Like assembling, the pieces together behind the scenes so that when we do actually have the assembly, it runs more efficiently. Yep. And I think being an MC was like really a great change for me. And it was something that I'll never forget, because it's definitely different being in the stands and just kind of watching it happen rather than like practicing a script and saying it for the entire student body and all the faculty and staff. That was a really great memory too.
Oh, that's awesome. So tell everyone, what are you doing next year?
So I'm going to be studying political science on the pre-law track at Miami University in Ohio.
Oh, Miami in Ohio. At first,
Yeah.
when you said it, I'm like, oh, you and Drew Fryer are going to be down in South Florida. So awesome. So you're going to be in Oxford, Ohio. Mm-hmm. So when you looked at different schools, who were the schools that were in the running for you?
So I kind of went crazy with the application process and kind of just applied all over. Location wasn't really a factor for me. I didn't mind being far away. I didn't mind being like an hour away. But I think towards the end, I was just kind of looking for politics and like campus scene, I guess, kind of like activities. So in the end, it was between American University in Washington, D.C. and Miami. So, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. And so, with that being said, if it's 10 years from now and you're 28 years old, where are you? What are you doing? What's that ideal job that you're going to have?
Oh gosh. Okay. In 10 years, well, okay, I'll be 28. Hopefully I'll be out of law school by then because, it is a long process, but, I have to pass my exams and go to law school in itself after the 4 years, and then the additional 3. So I think my dream job has always been like civil liberties and civil rights and being a lawyer for the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. So that's always something that I've really been driven to. That's like my goal. Yeah, so hopefully I'm successful in that aspect and I'm doing what I want. Somebody said this yesterday when I was watching the faculty farewell. They were like, don't dream your dream, live your dream. And I think that, I only watched it a couple hours ago, but like it really stuck with me. And I think that's kind of another thing that's pushing me is like I really want to live my dream, which is being a successful lawyer in that aspect. Hopefully I still, have my good friends and I don't know, family.
Well, tell me about your family.
What about that?
No, just describe your family and anything about them. So,
um, so I have 3 sisters and 2 stepbrothers. Um, let's see, my eldest sister, she works in a salon, and my second eldest sister is a nurse right now. So she's on the front lines for COVID at one of the only like trauma response ready or pandemic response ready
sure.
hospitals in Chicago, Rush. So yeah, I haven't seen them in a while just because she is working a lot. She's picking up a lot of extra shifts. But she's somebody that they're both people that I admire, all my siblings. But, right now I think I'm really taking some gratitude towards my family who is in healthcare. My mom's also in healthcare as well. She works at UIC in Chicago. So yeah, there's that. My eldest sister, my next eldest sister, she just graduated college from University of Illinois, Chicago. So she's still kind of figuring out. She just got her degree, I think, in like public health. So she'll be going into healthcare, hopefully. And then my stepbrother is at UIC too. I forgot his major, but he's a junior. And then my stepbrother's in the other room. He's a senior like me at PR. So yeah, we're just kind of doing our thing. He just committed to Iowa State for engineering. Let's see, my dad, he works in like finance, and my stepmom works in privacy, I think, and like human resources, something like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what has become the Alcazar family tradition now during the quarantine? Anything that you guys as a family have been doing a lot?
We go for a lot of walks with our dog, Ziggy. He's a boxer. We actually just like discovered a new trail kind of by our house that we like didn't know existed. So that was nice to get out and realize that something like across the street is actually a trail.
Now, where's that? Or do you not want to give up your secret trail?
I don't even know what it's called. It's on Smith Road, kind of by East Terracotta. So I don't even know what it's called. But I mean, if you were to walk on Smith Road and East Terracotta, I'm sure you could find it if you do some digging. Yeah. What else? We also have a lake house up in Lake Delvin in Wisconsin. So we kind of go there on the weekends. We just go there. It's kind of nice because it's quieter. And we have like a nice yard where we can like sit for bonfires. Luckily the weather's been nicer, so we can actually sit out there and not freeze.
So are you opposite the boat landing on Lake Delavan?
We're on the channel. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, great. So it sounds like you've been busy.
Yeah, I have. I have schoolwork too. I just got the email that was like, congrats for being, one of the people who are actually doing your schoolwork during this e-learning time. So that was nice to get.
So they're sending emails actually congratulating you guys for doing your work?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I talked to some of my friends, they got them too. They sent it to like the parents and they were just like, yeah, we're super proud of you. This is something a teacher said. I had one from my psychology teacher, I think. Yeah, it was like, congrats on doing your work. Thanks.
Oh, awesome. So have there been any favorite go-tos on the takeout side?
Oh, so I work in the food industry. I work in Got Some More Pizza. So I definitely have been taking home some pizza dishes and some pastas, different stuff like that. But we've definitely taken out mostly like Italian food, like pizza and pasta. We go to Da Buffon,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah,
and
which
that's
is right next door to That's Amore. So,
yeah. So it's kind of convenient.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, we've been trying to support local businesses as much as possible just because I work in a local business, so I want to be like, I don't want to be the person who's going to like big chain corporations like that. Although we have, it's just, I don't know. I think we want to support smaller local businesses as much as we can.
Sure. That's awesome. Now, looking back on your 4 years at PR, you've obviously been touched by a lot of impactful faculty and staff. Any ones in particular that have really kind of stuck out and been extra special to you?
Wow, okay. There's so many, I can't even name them because um, there's just so many people that I don't know. There's lots of staff that I like have been getting to know this year. So that was really nice. I think all the ladies in the office, they're super sweet. Miss Penn is what keeps the school running. I genuinely believe that. The food
Sure.
staff, Diego, I'm gonna really miss him. Like he really cared about what we had to say. I know sometimes cafeteria was like busy, but he was always someone that I really enjoyed seeing. Um, I think for faculty, I don't know, Senora Lee, she was my teacher for 2 years in a row for Spanish, and I was a level above my grade for that. So sometimes I did feel out of place because I remember as a junior, I was in senior level Spanish. So when they had like those days where it was like cap and gown pickup and like graduation practice and distinguished graduate, like those class pictures and stuff. I was the only student in that class, and the rest of them were empty. All the rest of the chairs were empty. So she always found a way to talk to me. We still talk through like email. I've like babysat for her. She was also the cheer coach too, so I think that was another touch that made it more personal. She wrote my letter of recommendation. She's just an outstanding person in all aspects. She's a great mom. She's a great teacher. She's a great friend to like anybody. And I think it kind of sucks because I didn't have her this year, but I still, I still was able to stop in and say hi. So she's definitely someone I'm going to miss at PR. She'll definitely be somebody that I come back to PR to visit. Let me see. I think Mr. Terhar was really, really nice. I think he got into A-Push as much as he could, and it really showed because some teachers, they'll lecture and they have passion for it and you can tell, but with Mr. Terhar, he was willing to talk to you about anything, and he's just such a great person, and I could listen to him lecture about history forever if I could. He's a great person. He's a great coach. He's a great dad. I loved seeing his kids during the football, what's it called?
Season.
The dinners and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that for playoffs. And he'd bring his kids and his wife, and it was just like great seeing him in a different aspect rather than like a classroom or as a coach. It was great seeing him interact with his kids as well. He's definitely someone I'll come back to see. I like just answered this question for the senior survey. There's Mr. Simek. I know I probably am listing too many people.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Simek, he was also my teacher for 2 years. And he was always great because, I'm not like a morning person too much. And math is not my strong suit, but somehow he made it, he made his lessons very personable, and he made himself and his classroom a very welcoming environment. And, he did go through a lot of stuff, and he wasn't afraid to share it with us. So, I really admire him for putting himself out there like that and being vulnerable to his students like that. He's someone I could always talk to. Like, he's definitely the person who will yell your name down the hallway and just make you feel welcomed. Is definitely, I had him freshman and junior year, and he made me feel like, a great student from those 2 years. Especially as a freshman, you're not sure what you're getting into at first. And I think I had him like first period, and I was like, oh my gosh, high school, and I suck at math. So like, what's this going to be like? And he really made PR like was a very good impression of PR. And it's true. Like, a lot of the teachers are very much so like that. Those are my top 3, I guess. I mean, there's definitely more that I'm like completely blanking on, but the entire wellness department, I would go in there. I had first period gym this year, and I would always be like, good morning, and they'd say good morning, and Mr. Marchuka, Mr. Benedetto, they'd be like, you just want the candy that's in Miss McGowan's desk, and I'd be like, yeah, and then we'd steal like granola bars and Lifesaver mints from her. It was just a really nice environment to be in. I think there isn't like a bad teacher or bad faculty member or staff member in any department. Yeah, faculty and staff is going to be something that I really miss. They're all people who stand out to me and make PR like a really great place. I agree with everybody who says that faculty and staff is like the best part of PR, because it's a great first impression of what you're going to get into when you walk the halls. So yeah, there's so many more people though, but I think those are my top picks.
Now, how have you stayed connected with your friends during these past couple months? What have you been doing?
So I actually work with one of my best friends, but obviously we don't stand too close to each other.
At That's Amore?
Yeah, that's more. I work with
And who's that?
Alexis Canner. Yeah, so we're close in that aspect. And then a couple of the other people from PR work there too. So I've been able to like see them, but it's different like when you're trying to get orders to people rather than, like hanging out or something like that. But so I've definitely been able to see them. But other than that, I've kind of been sticking to the social distancing rules just because my family works in healthcare, so I don't want to like bring it to anybody else. But virtually, I've been, FaceTiming. We have like group FaceTimes a lot of the nights after like dinner and stuff like that. We use Zoom, which I wish my classes used Zoom, but we have to use Google Hangouts. So we've been using Zoom and FaceTime mostly. We have like these game nights where we like share the screen, because I think that's an option for Zoom, is like sharing screen. So yeah, we've definitely been doing some game nights through that. I feel like although we can't see each other in person, it's really nice to, still be able to talk to them. I'm learning, who the true friends are, who I'm going to stick with after high school. And although I miss the people that I see in the halls and stuff, like it's nice to know that I still have like my main group of friends that I can still talk to, whether I'm calling them, texting them, Snapchatting them, sending them TikToks, Zooming with them. So yeah, that's how I've been staying in touch.
Awesome. Now, um, who would you say through the process, what have you learned about yourself during this process of being quarantined?
Um, I think I've just kind of learned and like realized that life is super short, like, and it doesn't always go the way you anticipated. And there's people that you think are gonna, you're gonna see them forever, but like life, changes. So um, that's definitely something I've realized. But about myself, I think I realized that I can stay up super late and wake up really early the next morning out of habit from school. But on a more serious note, I don't know. What have I learned about myself? That I don't really need a lot to be happy. Like I'm pretty, mellow right now. But as long as I have like my friends, and I know it sucks not being able to see them face to face, I still have them to call me, FaceTime me, and it's really nice to have that. I don't really need, the whole, I mean, as much as I would have loved a prom and a graduation and, the pictures and everything like that, I don't need it. I've come to realize there's bigger things in life. Like I haven't seen my mom in forever or my sisters because I don't live with them. I live with my dad and stepmom and stepbrother in Crystal Lake. They live in Chicago, more towards their hospitals that they work at. And I realized that, the people who are staying in your life, they're going to make an effort to stay in your life. And there's definitely bigger things in the world than just, a prom. And I know that these are things that, we were really looking forward to for 12 years. I was super excited to go with my date and my friends to prom and to have, that graduation, the traditional graduation, and, the senior breakfast and different things like that. But there are definitely bigger things in the world. And I think after all this time that I've had to take it all in, I've realized I'm ready to move on to bigger things, and my future is something that's very important to me. I've definitely tried to set myself up for success. So now it's just a matter of executing that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So well said. So you brought up your prom date, and did you guys try to do something virtually? I know that there were some people that got together at their tables or did things like that. I mean, did you guys do anything like that?
No, we didn't, but I'm sure maybe in the summer we'll probably, get together and hang out, but I don't know.
You want to give a shout out to your prom date? Who was it?
Yeah, it was Keegan Garrett.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then,
So,
and if you see, your prom date's been growing a little beard out, so I don't know if you approved of that, but
I mean, he shaved it for baseball season,
it's
and he
back.
really did look like a little, baby, which he's gonna hate me for saying that, but he said it first, so it's okay. But yeah, it's definitely back. I've noticed that. Yeah, but we're all just being ourselves at this point. So I
Oh,
think maybe in the summer we'll figure something out with our closer friends, but I don't even have my dress. It's at my mom's house, so I couldn't even dress up for prom day if I wanted to because my dress wasn't even in my house.
I'm sure you would have managed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I could see a Hawkeye on your door back there. Any reason there's a Hawkeye there?
I applied to, like I said before, a bunch of schools.
And you got all the free
And
tchotchkes.
I got all the, yeah, if you want to see my sticker wall, that's my closet. um, yeah, Miami is somewhere. It's over here.
Well, I was
But I
gonna
have stuff
say,
from.
yeah. I mean, you need what other stickers do you have up there?
Oh gosh, I have some, I have some I voted stickers. I have, what are those? Pura Vida. It's like a brand for our
Yeah.
jewelry.
Bracelets and stuff. Yeah.
Bracelet, yeah. That one that says Lily right here, that was from when I went to Carthage for cheer. Our like doors were decorated with our name and our roommate's name. There's this wolf down here is a decal from a football helmet that I stole from someone.
Stole, use, steal, what?
More like it was gifted to
There
me.
you go. Okay. I knew you'd find a better word.
Yeah. And I have some from like, what are those? Vans Off the Wall. It's a shoe brand. I don't
Hey,
know.
I am not that old. You have to realize when we were in high school, like Vans were in, that's not something new for you, you know? I'm not that old.
There's also like Apple stickers from my MacBook, and then a bunch of other college stickers over here.
Got it.
I have one for National Honor Society and the Cubs, of course.
And you never mentioned National Honor Society in your involvement.
There's just so much that I honestly, I overloaded myself, but I wouldn't take it back. Like I would redo it if I could, and I would add more. So.
So with that being said, what is something that people would not know about you?
Oh
That
gosh.
maybe only your immediate family knows.
Oh, I don't know. What have people been saying for this one? I don't
Oh,
know.
it's anywhere from a pierced tongue to pierced tongue because they had bit it as a kid, to they could lick their nose, to they sing cover songs from 80s hair bands, to, I mean,
Um,
lot of different stuff.
I think, I mean, I guess some people know this. I was in, oh my gosh, I was in choir for a little bit, but then I decided to take more classes this year, so it didn't really fit in my schedule. But before that, I was always pretty musically inclined. I had like a piano at home. I played percussion, and I still sing. And I don't know. I sing.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
is there a favorite? What's the shower tune?
Oh gosh, it's whatever's happening in my head that day. Sometimes I don't know.
What's
Sometimes I'll literally just like I don't know.
what song's been going over in your head today?
Today, oh, I know it. What did I just listen to before this? It was like, oh my gosh, I have to look it up because I was playing it on my phone. Sorry.
No, look it up.
Oh, it was Overkill by Men at Work.
Overkill by Men at Work. Holy cow, now you really are going back to my high school days.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that many of your classmates do not know that song, or has it come back?
Probably not. Sorry?
Sorry, you just froze on me, but you're back.
Oh, okay.
You're back.
Yeah, it glitched a little bit.
Now, once a wolf, always a wolf. Now that you're going to be an alumni, what's that mean?
Oh gosh. I saw this, or I heard this a bunch of times in the faculty farewell, and it like made me tear up because I think Mr. Keppen was like, do you guys remember this banner? You signed this like 4 years ago when you were committing to graduate. And he was right. Like that was 4 years ago. And that is so crazy to me because I remember like signing the banner with Alexis like next to me, and we're like, okay, let's write our names together. And during orientation day for the freshmen, and it's crazy that those years just went by so fast and that I've created so many friends and I'm closer with the faculty than I ever thought I would be. What does that mean to me though is, I don't know. I think PR was a great community and it's definitely something that I'm going to miss. I think after watching the video, it hit me. It's like a bittersweet experience that, you know, it's ending, but it had to end. And how, lucky are we to have something so wonderful that makes saying goodbye so hard. That's a quote from something. I definitely didn't create that, but it's true. Like, I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything, because I created so many new friends and memories, and I tried things that I didn't think I was going to try, and I will be happy to come back again, once I've hopefully gone to college in the fall, if that's permitting. I definitely signed up for the college board, or not college, the college panel talk for alum come back, and they talk about their experiences, try to help the seniors and any other class.
Sure.
I signed up for that because, as much as that's helpful for the other kids, I think it's going to be helpful for me to like kind of see the school one more time, just because it was taken from us like on a random Friday in March and then
Sure.
we haven't been back. But oh wow, Wolves, I think from football, be memorable. That was our little quote this year, and I think that's goes pretty much in hand with the legacy that we leave behind. And I think we are a very resilient class. I think there's definitely a lot of people who are very inspiring academically and like physically, sports wise, with overcoming a lot of challenges. Those 4 years are definitely something I'm going to remember forever, because there'll never be another experience like what I had at PR. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your heart and your recollections. You're an awesome example of the class of 2020, and just your involvement. And even though you weren't in that smiley mood today like you normally are, but you.
I thought I was. I thought, I'd talked for a while. I got a little bit more awake.
No, you were great, Lily, and I just appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you this year. So
No, I loved it. Thank you.
God bless and all the best to you.
You too. Thank you.
Everybody just